Hey everybody, it's Sabrina Jean, and I'm back with some more messages for you. But first, I have a confession that I want to make. The confession really isn't a confession. I think it's hopefully something that you already know, but the whole reason why I've been creating pick a card readings is because I want to share my excitement for life and optimism and confirmations for each and every one of you who are wanting to change your life, or you're learning how to manifest better things, or you're hoping that your wishes will come true, or maybe you come to a pick a card reading just because you're looking for that confirmation or that little piece of information that you're still looking for. And over all of these years that I've been creating the pick a card readings, technically I started in 2018, but there were a couple of times that I stopped. I ended the channel and then I started up again with a different perspective. And even more recently, like within the last week, the universe pushed my reset button again, and it got me to thinking that maybe I'm just expecting too much from all of you. Maybe I share too much information in my pick a card videos. Maybe I'm just assuming that you naturally know everything else that you need to do. So maybe it's not enough that I'm inspiring you to believe in your dreams and to stay on the positive path, to make your wishes come true. Perhaps it's time that I start filling in the blanks a little bit more, meaning how do you get from the beginning to the realization of your dream coming true? Need more information, right? So one simple technique you could use is go to my updated pick a card playlist at any time. Click shuffle on the playlist. Let your spirit guide choose your next pick a card video. You might be surprised which one is offered to you. The only thing I suggest is that you stay open to the possibilities, stay open to the messages. The only downside to pick a card readings, from my perspective, is that there are some things that I say in certain piles that I don't say in other piles. So I feel like there's some really helpful information in other piles that you might not be choosing. You know what I mean? So I've been reconsidering my whole approach to my channel. So before I continue on, I wanted to say that I'm going to share some daily messages, and the selenite wanted to be the supporting crystal for this video. But as I was walking away to come and record, my green calcite jumped out at me and said, wait, what about me? You haven't showed me off in a really long time. And I said, you know what, green calcite crystal, you're right. I apologize. I love you. I love you so, so much. Sometimes I get caught up in my own daily routine too. So, of course, I had to grab the green. It kind of reminds me of the energy of peridot, which is so over the top, elated, and joyful. So if you don't have a crystal that is this color, I highly recommend one, especially if you could use a little bit of oomph or support emotionally, energetically, to raise your vibration and to return to excitement for life again. Okay, so that's enough for my confession. So now for the message, but I also want to share some really important daily insights with all of you as well. And these daily insights are something I've been posting on Patreon for members, but I haven't been doing that here on YouTube. And well, now I'm going to start sharing these daily insights because I think they are very important for each and every one of us. So no matter how you choose to use this energy in your life is totally up to you. I'm just sharing the wisdom. So first, this is what I want to do. I want to pull that one wanted to stay on the table. I'm going to pull a daily message from the universe, from wherever the daily message wants to come from. Also, if you are a subscriber and you are listening to this, please expect a unique message directly from your spiritual team. And you will know what that is because, well, it will resonate for you. So, but for everyone else, wow, that just totally flipped around, didn't it? Didn't even give me the opportunity to choose. Okay, actually, these are very important messages. Remember to embrace calm and clarity. Let your intuition guide you. Truth. Let me put this here. And the other card, a sacred ritual will bring you clarity and insight. Interesting how these two just flipped around, and you saw them flip around. And in the previous video, I was referring to today's energy, revealing a truth. So the daily earth energies, kind of similar to the Mayan calendar, right? Everyone was born into a certain energy of the day. It revealed their place and their purpose in the community. And how they participated. So these things still continue to exist, but there are now more layers to daily energies. So in my case, what I want to share with you is today's daily energy in the 13-day spiral of consciousness is illumination, meaning something's going to reveal a truth to you. It's going to reveal a truth to all of us. And I find it interesting that these two fortune teller cards popped up, letting you know that clarity is going to find you soon. So if you've been looking to know the truth about a situation in your life, or a relationship, or a job, or a purpose, or your path, embrace calm and clarity. Let your intuition guide you. So intuition is different for everyone. Again, it should simply resonate for you, whatever it is that you need to remember about your truth even. Okay, let me move these over here, make some room, and I do have a message from Marta coming up. And Marta, you know who you are. So hold, please. Okay, the benefactor. And remember, this is just the daily message for today. Daily illumination, daily truth, daily, whatever you would like to call this. Let me put that over there. Okay. What do you believe? Your faith, hidden tendencies. Actually, oh my gosh. This is a message for everyone. So this clarity, this light, this truth is asking you today, how are you blocking your own abundance? Very important question. We all do it. So Jupiter is the planet of blessings and good fortune and abundance. It expands everything in its energy. Even the green is referring to money. So, green crystals, like this color green, and some people use green aventurine. I don't have any of those at the present moment. But some people use green aventurine. They carry it around in their pocket to attract more money, more coin. Okay. Cooperation. Relationships, fairness, justice. I see where this is going because these are also leading up to something else that I want to talk about. But first, are you allowing yourselves, all of you, are you allowing yourselves the opportunity to manifest and receive all of the unlimited abundance that is available to you in every single moment. So try to take the time today, sit with yourself, listen to your intuition, and try to remember a truth, or maybe your higher self is going to reveal a truth to you today about how you're blocking your own abundance. And honestly, one of the fastest ways to unblock or unlock and open yourself up to receive more abundance that is available to you is to clear out negativity, negative energy in every capacity. And what is the best and fastest way to eliminate the negativity? Selenite, it's a high vibrational crystal. So the selenite knew what it was doing when it said it wanted to participate in this video. And so did the green calcite. They always know what they are doing. They know their role. But the fastest way to transcend your limitations or even blockages to allowing yourself to receive more abundance or accrue and enjoy more abundance in your life overall is to transcend all of the negative beliefs or patterns or self-doubt, that sort of thing. And the fastest way to do that is with a crystal that will instantly raise your vibration. I think that selenite is the easiest. It's also the most affordable crystals that you can purchase to use to clear out your energy. So there's junk in your energy too. There's junk in your aura. There's junk in our bodies. There's junk in our minds. And if you just simply hold the intention to clear out, here, we can do this now if you want to. Let me hold this over here in the light. So it will even illuminate the selenite. And so I'm asking the selenite to work with all of you. If you're ready to let go of that negative energy or sadness or anything from the past, if you're ready to walk away from that and let go of dysfunctional patterns, if you want to embrace your truth and to move forward towards greater clarity, purpose, and more abundance in your life, then allow my selenite to raise your frequency. It can instantly eliminate those negative energies. So another technique, and these are also techniques that I used during my spiritual awakening. And my spiritual awakening began with a sudden realization about all these emotional triggers by certain individuals in my life at that time, why I was being emotionally triggered. And so part of my journey was energy healing in all ways that we can energy heal, or in all ways that was calling me anyway. It started with Reiki, and then it was crystals, and then it was chakra balancing, and then it was positive intentions. And it's been a process for me over the last 10 years to eliminate all of the junk energy in my field. But there is another color as well. I don't really know if you can use a crystal. You might be able to. But this is actually Saint Germain's, the violet flame. So a violet crystal, I would assume. Or it's like a combined ruby and brilliant blue, like cobalt blue and ruby colors mixed together, the violet flame. If you can even visualize, it's kind of similar to these. If you can visualize this violet flame just surrounding your entire body and your aura, and just sit with that energy, that frequency, even if just for a few moments, you will notice a difference. You can let go of or release negative energy that quickly if you choose to. Okay, enough of crystal talk. I want to come back to these. There is hidden and invisible energy, just like I was talking about. How can the crystals heal? We can't see it. Well, you feel it. You know it. You trust it. The same with abundance. You may not see it, but you can feel it. You know it. You trust it. You pursue it. And what these oracle cards are saying is that for each and every one of us, there is other invisible energies that are here around us and supporting us at any given time. And that invisible are angels, spirit guides, ancestors, our subconscious even, the energy of the planets. In this case, Jupiter is wanting to bless you with a brilliant new epiphany. But there's also something else you might be sensing and you can't quite put your finger on that. It's probably an astrological transit that is affecting all of us. And that's also leading me to what I wanted to share with all of you today too. And what I wanted to share is about the next Sun and Venus conjunction. In fact, Venus coming up on the Sun, making a conjunction. And this is on, I think it's January 6th, but you might already start feeling this now. And what's going to happen with this Venus-Sun conjunction is it's going to change how we approach or how we relate to other people. It's going to change our perspectives on all of our relationships. And I think this is why Libra is here, reminding us to cooperate or to compromise. It's going to allow us to understand a different perspective about any of our relationships to anything or everyone in our lives. And this is part of Venus's purpose on the earth, in our earth reality, what creates this 3D duality, which we all experience. Yes, Venus is part of what allows us to experience duality. And so this is why I wanted to share this message, because I've been feeling this Venus approaching the Sun. I was born during Venus retrograde. However, I was born at the very end of Venus retrograde when it had already made the conjunction with the Sun again, and it became a morning star again. But this is what's happening January 6th, Sun-Venus conjunction. We don't have the retrograde this time because Venus already did that, I think, earlier this year or the end of last year. However, for the last 9 months, we've been experiencing one perspective as far as our relationships are concerned. And as of January 6th, when Venus becomes an evening star again, it's going to flip the duality. We're going to have the opportunity to see the other side of the relationship. And so for each one of us, this is going to show up in a different way, right? Because we are all living our unique life paths and our jobs, our careers, and our interactions with other people. But relationships are changing, and maybe our roles in relationships with others is going to change. Maybe, our perspective is definitely going to change, but it's going to allow us to see the opposite perspective of why or how we relate to other people. So this is huge, especially with all of the astrology shifting the collective next year. But this is also what creates the duality. And so Venus goes through a 9-month transit, morning star, evening star, and it goes back and forth. So we get 9 months every time. So if you think back to earlier this year, probably around April, something in your life shifted. And part of that was the Venus and Sun conjunction. So January 6th, Venus-Sun conjunction. Again, Venus becomes an evening star. So again, how it affects everyone is going to be unique based on your personality, your intuition, your relationships, and what you need to see or what you need to learn or what you need to know. So if you want to mark that date, January 6th, I also noticed right after, so this is happening before the next new moon in January. And what I find interesting is that the next new moon is in Capricorn. And when Venus and Sun make this conjunction in January, there's a ton of planets that are in Capricorn, all in the same space, including Mars, including Mercury. And I know not all of you understand or follow astrology, but some of you do. And starting with the new moon that we just experienced the other day, everything is building up and helping us for this next transit, this next shift, including the Sun and Venus conjunction. Before the next new moon in January, and everything is preparing us for significant astrological shifts that are beginning to happen in February. But for now, I think it's more important to reflect on your relationships. Maybe it's time to cut ties with something or someone. Or perhaps it's time to let go of a project that isn't fulfilling anymore for you. I mean, we all have the free will to choose any day what to hold on to and what to let go of. Especially if there's something that is draining you and not allowing you to be positive. Or like I already mentioned, there's a unique truth that is going to come into your awareness today, if it hasn't already, that's going to help you to see the clarity and truth about your life right now, which I think is fantastic because it's perfect timing before the end of this year, which is closing out a 9-year universal cycle. So it's out with the old and in with the new, but maybe not quite yet in with the new unless you're just making subtle adjustments. So there's a synchronicity that I also want to share about today's energy. I realized just this year by studying my own astrology transits that I had a brilliant epiphany every time Vulcan was conjunct the Sun. And so Vulcan is conjunct the Sun, well, for each and every one of us. It just happens in a different part of our astrology chart. But I realized when I looked back on my past that it seems every 10 days I have the opportunity to tune in or tune out and receive a new revelation or a sudden awareness of something or remembering a truth about something. And today, in this very moment that I'm recording this video, Vulcan is coming up and making a conjunction with the Sun. It's going to remain there in conjunction probably for the rest of the day. And then Vulcan is going to move on and move ahead. So Vulcan is another invisible power source, but it constantly rotates the Sun. So it moves ahead of the Sun, and then it comes back, it conjuncts the Sun, and then it goes behind the Sun, and then it comes back. And Vulcan in natal astrology represents our power or the capacity to survive. It brings us illuminations and truths and realizations about what we need to do to survive. It's a powerful force that can be used in the most beneficial way on a personal level. So for those of you who are tracking your own transits, look to see where Sun is right now in your astrology chart, because Sun and Vulcan are conjunct and it's helping to, well, reveal to you a personal truth too. Just something more that you can add to your daily process, right? And honestly, at any time that you just take the time to slow down and think and ask a question, you can retrieve clarity in the present moment, no matter where you are. Either intuition will kick in, or you'll receive something through telepathy, or you'll see a billboard on the side of the road, or you'll hear someone in conversation behind you at Starbucks or wherever you might be that somehow gives you the answer to something that you've been searching for. So if you stay aware and you're paying attention to everything, not just today, but every day, if you can pay attention, you will notice that the truth is always waiting for you to discover it. The answers to your questions are always ready and available for you, for each and every one of us. And so, before I go, I want to share something that I did yesterday, because yesterday I was just kind of feeling flustered with my channel, and I asked my spirit guides, like, show me where to go. Where can I get the answer or the confirmation or something that I need to hear? Because I wasn't getting it from my cards. I wasn't getting it through my intuition. I wasn't getting it from meditation. And I just said, Spirit guide, just where do I go? Tell me where to go to get this information. Pop something up into my YouTube feed. And I know that some of you have these same experiences, right? Sudden, unexpected video drops in your YouTube feed. These come from your spirit guides. They know what you want. They know what you're doing. They know what you're trying to do. But sometimes when we need a little bit of extra help, just simply ask. And here's the crazy thing. I asked the question in the morning, and then it wasn't until later in the day where I was in between projects and I just sat down. I went onto YouTube and I just started scrolling. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I asked my spirit guides to drop in my feed, the answer I needed to hear. And I don't normally watch pick-a-card readings myself. I create them, but I don't need to watch them because I talked to my spirit guides already. But what's happening was, so I was scrolling, right? And then I saw this channel, and I don't remember the title. It was a pick-a-card reading. And I was like leaning into it, and I thought, oh, I've never heard of this channel before, but it's got my curiosity. So I'm going to check out the channel. And surely enough, I went to the channel, and I only scrolled down a couple of videos, and I chose the one that I felt I needed to choose. And it told me exactly what I was needing to hear from my spirit guides. The crazy thing about this channel is that these videos were recorded 3 or 4 years ago. This person doesn't even create content anymore. And that totally blew me away. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm only human too, right? Sometimes we can't get the answers that we think that we want or need, and we just need something. And well, I hope that my channel helps you with any of that. So all these combined are just reminders to be still, listen, open up to the abundance, stop blocking your potential. Listen to, realize a truth that you need to recognize today. Something about what you believe is going to change. And Jupiter is helping you. Jupiter is helping all of us along the way to be more optimistic. Oh my gosh. And I was just looking at this benefactor, grace and generosity with the number 3. And something said to me in words, not audible. You create your own abundance. You create your own magic. So you either create it or you block it. We create it or we block it, myself included. So a little while ago, I said there was a message from Marta. I don't know what that is yet, but let me just pull a card for you because, okay. Interesting. So you have the angel number 44, or anyone watching this, perhaps this is a message for you as well as Marta. I think she will share. The courage to step into life. So there's something you need to be more bold and put yourself out there in order to become more successful in your chosen career path. Martha. The 44, whatever this number, how it resonates for you, it could be an angel number. Honestly, the 4, I know probably resonates with you somehow. But this is representing mastering, trust the process, take one step at a time, master each step to build this life or this career or business one level at a time. And perhaps this is just a confirmation. Maybe this is something that you're already doing. You're facing the storm. If you're experiencing chaos from others, then when you find the courage to step into life and face adversities or work through them, you will see on the flip side that it's the experience itself that transforms you. It changes you. The storm will change you. The storm changes all of us when we choose to face the wind. Lead from the heart. Keep our heads up. Expect the best. So there's a hidden message here too with the 44, and that's the number 8. Some people working with the number 8 in their birthday numbers, they're learning how to, where their true power lies. You don't want to be over powerful. You don't want to take away someone else's power, but you also don't want others to take away your power. But what power of influence do you actually have in your life over yourself or other people? Do you need to learn how to become a more empowered influencer in your chosen career? Something else to think about. But find the courage to step into the storm and step into life and allow the experience to transform you. Wow, okay. I'm realizing that I can go on and on and on and on and on, but I'm going to end this here because there are other videos that I'm going to create today. But for those of you who are listening, if you would like me to pull a card or messages for you in my next video, please let me know in the comment section below on this video. And the next video that I record, I will pull a special message for you. And I will know that it's you because of your tag, right? Your username on YouTube. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to pull random messages from Spirit for you guys. And I will. In the meantime, I have a half of a cup of coffee that it needs to be drank. So I'm going to go do that. Bye for now.